Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is Monday, November 7th, and we are going to take a look at the VIX, Dow Jones, S&P 500, and also Nasdaq. Let's start with the VIX. So the VIX is down 0.06. That's 0.24%, closed at 24.49. Let's take a look at what this looks like on the chart. Only looking at the numbers, don't tell us nothing. We need to look at the trend. So the trend for VIX is clearly a downtrend. It started going down, I would say October 13, going down. We had the stabilization here on 25.74, but that was broken last Thursday, and we are now moving even more down. There's a support at 23.82. So 23.82 is right here. So we seem to be stabilizing a little bit, but we are still under this downward resistance. So let's see if we are going to break it and start going sideways, or if we are going to break support at 23.82 and keep going down. If we keep going down, the stock market is going to keep going up. Let's go see what we have here. So Dow Jones, after a little bit of a dip that we had, we are climbing up quite good. And now, as I mentioned last weekend, we are going to see if we are going to make a higher high. This is the previous high that we have here. So here we are. So this is still a lower high. Are we going to make a high at the same level and then have a congestion zone? Are we going to make a higher high so that we are probably resuming the bullish trend that we have been experiencing? And we are also going to look if we are going to break this downward resistance right here. If we are going to break this, then maybe the stock market is going to go back up and then come out of this big downward channel we have been in since the peak was on January of this year. So a very critical week for Dow Jones to see where things are going to stop. So we need to take a look at where the next top is going to be. Let's look at the S&P 500. So S&P 500 is also bouncing quite well. We had the pullback. It's bouncing quite well. It's not as close to Dow Jones in terms of the resistance that we are going to have to check if we are going to start challenging. So we are not as close to those resistances as we are with Dow Jones. So we still need a few more candles to really see what is going on with that. And let's take a look at the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is bouncing a little bit, but you see how weak this is. This is a super weak bounce. Stochastic is below 60, whereas with S&P 500, we at least have stochastic over 60, which is one important criteria to get the bull trend. So we don't have that for a Nasdaq. So a Nasdaq has a lot more chance to encounter a resistance at some point. So maybe it's going to be this one. I don't really know yet because we only have 1 point. So I drew this resistance, taking the support that we have here and replicated it. So it's not the resistance that's still very convincing yet. It's not super convincing yet. Take that a little bit with a grain of salt. But as soon as we are going to make it up, if we make it up, then we are going to be able to draw the real resistance. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.